My mother's hand pressed against my chest. "You're not on the guest list," she said. Cold, measured, like I was a stranger at some exclusive club. I blinked. Behind her I saw the white tent, fairy lights, flower arches, champagne laughter, and my sister, Isla, standing just past the entrance, smirking, like she'd won. I didn't speak, didn't cry, didn't ask why. I simply turned around and walked away. You don't forget that kind of silence. You don't forget the sound of your own heart breaking inside a rented suit, surrounded by the faint hum of a string quartet playing a song meant for family. They made it clear I wasn't family. Not anymore. She and I weren't always like that. There was a time Isla braided my hair before school, let me sleep in her bed during thunderstorms. We were close, tight. Then she learned how to weaponize charm. I learned how to disappear. She started stealing my clothes, my friends, my moments. Graduation? She threw a tantrum until the whole family left before my name was even called. My first job? She showed up at the office crying, saying I stole money from her. I got let go the next week. But I stayed quiet, always quiet, because my parents told me I was stronger, and she was going through things. 2 weeks before her wedding, I sent my RSVP. No response. 3 days later, I texted my mom. What time should I arrive? Her reply was delayed. We'll let you know. Busy with seating. Seating, right. I saw photos of the rehearsal dinner on Facebook. My name never came up. I told myself they were just overwhelmed, that I'd still be welcomed, that family meant something. But when I arrived at the venue, dressed, gift in hand, heart cautiously open, my mother stepped forward like a bouncer at a nightclub and shut the door on me. That night I didn't cry. I sat on my balcony with a glass of water, phone face down beside me. I thought of every birthday I planned for Isla, every lie I covered, every time I folded myself smaller to make her feel bigger, and how they thanked me by erasing me. The next morning there was a knock. I opened the door. It was my father, pale, shaking. Behind him, my mother's face was blotchy with tears. Isla looked broken. "We need your help," he said. "The accounts," Mom whispered, "they've been drained. Every joint account, her savings, ours, the honeymoon fund, everything's gone." I sipped my coffee. "And? You work in cybersecurity, right?" Isla stepped forward. "Can you track who did it?" I paused. Let them squirm. Then I set the cup down and smiled. "Why don't you ask someone on your guest list?" Let me rewind. I do work in cybersecurity. What they didn't know was I've also been building forensic tracing software, the kind governments buy, quietly, the kind that picks up digital fingerprints no matter how well they're wiped. Months ago, I discovered Isla had stolen my social security number and used it to take out a personal loan. $25,000. Gone. She'd defaulted. And I found out when a collections agent showed up at my apartment. I confronted her. She laughed. "Relax. You're so uptight all the time." I paid off the loan. Didn't say a word. Not to her, not to my parents. Just watched. Waited. Planned. I knew her wedding accounts were linked to a shared cloud drive. Her passwords were always stupid, variations of her dog's name and birth year. I accessed it in under 6 minutes, found the banking credentials, the honeymoon funds, the emergency savings, even the cash gifts her guests had pre-transferred. Then I built a ghost account, funneled everything through 5 shells, and dumped it in a locked wallet that only I could open. She never saw it coming. Neither did they. By noon, I was getting texts, voicemails. "Please, just help us trace it. You're the only one who understands this stuff. We'll do anything." And my favorite, from Isla, "I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I need you." The same girl who laughed when I begged her to stop ruining my credit. The same girl who stood at her wedding and smiled while I was turned away like trash. They underestimated me. Not just my intelligence, but my memory. My silence wasn't weakness. It was a ledger, and it was full. 2 days later, I got a letter, handwritten, from my mother. You were right to walk away. We failed you. I see that now. I hope one day you'll forgive us. I burned it. Not out of hatred, out of peace. Some debts don't need to be collected, just cleared. The money? Still sitting in the ghost account. I haven't touched it. Not a dollar. It's not about the cash. It's about the choice. I gave them years of my life, and when it mattered most, they showed me where I stood. So now, I stand alone, stronger, sharper, and finally, seen. I don't need revenge. I already have something.